Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, as we're exhausted, but we're making our way to the Rushlight Fields. Is that where we're going? It is where we're going. We have a thing to attend. I didn't go over there. That might have been a bad decision. No, it was not. The one to the left takes us to the top. And, the Rushlight Fields, can I see? Well, let's just wait a little bit until no. Sunny meadow at the bank of the deep Rushlight Lake where the Rushlight Tournament takes place. The tournament is one of the most prominent social events in the region. It occurs once in few years and gathers noble guests from all around the river kingdoms. And, we came here with Lindsay, because Lindsay wants to do this, and so do I. So let's get everybody. Ooh, she's good at cooking, all right. Is that survival? I wonder where that comes from. That goodness. Very good at that. Okay, we got a little bit of good at hunting. Okay, you can do hunting. Camp camouflage, and you can help out over here. Not necessarily the best. Actually, let's remove you, see if you're better at that. No, you're both the same. Okay, it's good enough. Let's see what we get. Oh, no, are we making Owlcat omelet? Please don't make our Owlcat that. Because that thing is very expensive. Don't make it. Hearty meal is what I want. That's the one. Let's see.
Amiri, have you ever tried to count how many enemies you've killed?
A lot. There aren't even such high numbers. If someone wanted to count that high, they'd have to start making up new numbers a long time ago.
Good jokes. The best jokes. The ones that I made when I was 6 years old. Good job, Amory. Let's go in here. Oh. Aw, what a shame. There's something new in our kingdom. Well, I will have to wait. That's just how it goes. King Iroveti greets you personally in the middle of the dirt field. The bulky Khalid is broad-shouldered and looks to be somewhere around 50 years of age. His golden crown sits on long greasy hair above a heavily powdered face covered in bristle. And his expensive doublet is stained with oily spots. He laughs, I don't know how to pronounce that word, as he squeezes you in a bear hug, please don't touch me, enveloping you in the mixed sense of sweat, wine, and expensive perfume, please don't touch me.
Well, my crown-bearing sister, welcome to my home. Stuff yourself, drink, be my guest. You've proven yourself in combat as well as affairs of state. Let's see how you do at having fun.
What a gloomy, dark place this Rushlight tournament is. How can you not fall into despondence when you see all this ridiculous brightness, pride, vanity?
Get your hands off of me.
Easy, I meant no harm. So here's the plan. First, the Fishers' Triathlon. Then a boasting contest, and in the evening, the best part, a drunken melee. In the interim, there'll be a buffet, a fair, jugglers, acrobats, all the usual entertainment. And after the melee, I'll announce the winner. And then we'll have a festive banquet and a fireworks show. Then we just drink till morning or find a tent to crawl into. Your own or someone else's, depending on your luck. By the way, a knockout such as yourself will always be welcome in my tent. Just joking. Just a joke.
No, I won't be welcome in his tent. That's what he means by joke.
Oh, and one more thing. I'll have to seal your sheath. This is a peaceful celebration, after all, and bullies will be kicked out immediately. It doesn't matter if it's a king who decided to kick up a row or just a shopkeeper. So behave yourself and don't start any fights while you're here. Well, I have to go. If you need anything, talk to Nunzio Arpaia. He's my master of ceremonies, so he's responsible for organizing this mess. Have fun.
I don't like him. Well, Arnunzio Alpaia. In order to join the competition, we should talk to the Master of Ceremonies. I mixed the name up a little bit. Oh, these people don't talk. I've wanted to meet you for a while. Perhaps you could host a tournament sometime, says Julia. Your Highness, pleased to meet you. I am Edna Aldori, and this is my sister, Julia. Yeah, pleasure to meet you. What do we have? Booze. I'll take that. I mean, nobody minds. P-Tax Warden. We got a trader. Let's look at the map and see where we are. This is a big area. But it doesn't seem to be square as in this square. It's square as in this square. I'm not really sure why that happens sometimes, or all the time. I think it's sometimes only. What do we have? Some good things in here. Half plate, that sucks. And a banded mail, that sucks. Hello. Swords, armor, best Mivoni still. You notice Valerie eyeing one of the blades in the vendor's stall, her eyes shining with almost childlike admiration. She can't seem to tear her gaze away from it. See something interesting? Huh? No, nothing special. Just see the proof mark on this sword? It belongs to the master who supplied the training swords to my first swordplay instructor. The first sword I ever held had this mark. I shall likely remember this symbol to the day I die. I never thought I would see this proof mark again. I would like to know what a proof mark is, but sure, I'll buy you the sword. I want you to always smile like you are now. I didn't understand that she was, but apparently she is. Valerie blushes, embarrassed but happy, as she decisively places her hand on yours as you reach for your coin purse. Thank you, but that's completely unnecessary. The swordsmith would not be pleased to know his work was just lying about when it could be loyally serving someone else. Valerie smiles softly. I was just happy to remember those days and have the chance to share the memory with you. I rarely do this, probably only with you. And she casts a final glance at the sword and steps away from the stall. So what might you be interested in? Your wares. Usually that's how it works. Let me sell you some of this. Let's sell you some of this as well. I suppose these don't matter. Am I not carrying? Yeah, I'm not carrying anything of the things that I had before, which means all of this can go away. Let's see what we have. Type in the no, the price in descending. Dark Forest, a +4 necrotic spear. Just got a lot of +4 stuff over here, which is good. I could buy some of that. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of money, actually. I could buy... here I am. I could... saying I could buy things. I can't. Unfortunate, actually, because it looks like this might be a dedicated, high-level thing for us to buy. Look at that. Look at that. Everything is 32,000. It's ridiculously expensive. Ah, well. We don't need it. We have no need of such things. Also, we have pretty good stuff already. I say, as I clearly don't. It's a +1. It does do a lot of damage, though. But it's like 15 percentile accuracy points. That +4 in comparison to the +1. We got another trader over here. Hello. A young man staggers towards you, his expensive doublet wet with wine. As he passes, he brushes shoulders with you and starts yelling, his breath rank with alcohol. Watch yourself. What do you think you are, you pig? You tramped on my foot and ruined my doublet. I demand satisfaction. It seems to me you're pretty satisfied already with the wine, anyway. Let's see what I can do here with Intimidate. Let's knock the bully out with a stealthy blow. That seems like the best choice over here. No one notices as you drive a swift blow to the bully's solar plexus. I don't know where that is. It simply seems to as though he swayed and leaned on you, after which you graciously helped him step away to lie down in the shade. He didn't steal anything from me, did he? I don't think he did. Good. Also, he's definitely not lying down in the shade. Best wares on the river. Don't waste time asking where they're from. Get these deals while they last. I bet they do suck. Look at that. 370,000. Also, it's not even that good. What is a circumstance bonus? The wearer of this ring can, after resting while wearing it, activate up to 4 abilities from the list below. Removing the ring will immediately remove all bonuses from it. Yeah, it's not that good. Plus 5 feet circumstance on movement speed. Yeah, the circumstance doesn't matter. It's the activation. Yeah, it's not that great. It's just plus 2 on things. So, you know, it's not that great. It is very expensive, though, but again, we don't have money because we spent it all on building points. Physical perfection, we have some of these. These are the good stuff. They're that expensive? 200,000? Good stuff. Anyway, yeah, it's looking like we should have brought money. I mean, I could add the money. I think it's Shift F12 to cheat, I think. Maybe? With the thing. But I'm not going to do it. Because again, we don't need it. It's fine. The gnome's yellow bloodshot eyes scan the faces in the room. Which room? I don't know. Nervously. Noticing you, he grabs for his sealed sheath. What? Who are you? Oh, it's your Royal Highness. Forgive me, I didn't recognize you. An honor, truly, a huge honor. I'm Carney Veriel, a simple salesman. Who are you? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. I told you already, the gnome's voice rises in anger. I'm a simple salesman, not rich, not noble. Why would a queen concern herself with me? She wouldn't. What do you sell? What do you care? Fish and the like. Who might you recommend I meet here? No one. Everyone. How should I know? I'm a simple salesman. Leave me be. Did he do anything? Huh. Farewell. Yes, your highness. A great honor. Go have fun. Interesting. I don't know if I should have killed him. But I could. I mean, I think. At least attacked him. We definitely would have killed him. Because of the many people that we have in our party. That's just how it goes. We have a river. Lovely river. Not really. It's sort of like, it's a bit gross, but it's fine. It's just good. We're not here to criticize other people's rivers. We have a path of splendid glory. That apparently is, it's just a book. Okay. A goblin merchant. Ah, adventurers! Look at my offers. New wares in a new bag. All new, all bestest. Will only me be old. Can't be any bester. Sure. What are you doing here? You know. No? Nah. Sellers beware fair be. No one be calling us. We come where the buying is. We be professional traders. Okay. Show me your wares. And it's, yeah. The miswriting of professional is like, I could tell that he was miswriting the words he was saying for sure. That's how it works. Price in descending order. These are bad, so maybe I'll buy some. Masterwork, Mace of Chwork, an ever-burning torch. I need those. I have a thing actually for torches. A thing for torches? That's not what I mean. I have a torch, a specific torch. This torch over here that actually illuminates infinitely. So we're good. And we just put it in our belt. We don't even need to have it at hand. Which I believe is the way torches work. Those pirates are a blight on Pitax, says this dock worker. And we got Walsh Selvoway. Several concerned dock workers crowd around a finely dressed half-elf who listens to the workers with imperious dignity. It's as we've been telling you, Judge. This is the 3rd shipment in 2 months they have stolen from us. Can't keep that up. Doesn't matter how good the last year's business been. No cargo means no pay, and no pay means no new shipments. We asked you about the thefts before, and there's nothing changed. Where's the king's justice, Your Honor? The half-elf patiently motions for silence. As I have to sneeze. Is it true that pirates have taken route along the Pitax River and attacked several shipments heading upriver? The king has... He pauses, noticing you for the first time. He adjusts his posture to stand taller and straightens his sash of office before continuing. King Irovetti shall address the problem soon. However, he will hear no formal complaints until after the Rushlight tournament. In the meantime, he advises that travelers downriver take care around Littletown. Until then, partake in the festivities and the king's generosity. If anyone has further questions or concerns, I am at your disposal. The gathered workers grumble and disperse, barely mollified by this response. A bright sash cuts across this man's chest, identifying him as a magistrate of Pitax. He makes a shallow bow while keeping his head inclined upward, as if being polite while also conveying his superiority. May the king's law guide you at the Rushlight tournament today? I overheard you talking about stolen shipments. Is that a problem? Ah, yes, that. He sets his teeth into a practiced smile, though his teeth briefly grind together, which is what you'd expect, considering he's apparently smiling with his teeth rather than with his mouth. An outbreak of river piracy has caused some consternation among the citizens. Simply avoid or exercise caution near Littletown in the meantime. Perhaps Pitac would benefit from somebody who has a history of vanquishing bandits? Let us be clear, declares the magistrate, narrowing his eyes with disdain. Pitax's armed forces are entirely capable of handling these criminals. There's no need for would-be heroes or aspiring vigilantes to get involved, much less foreign interests. I recommend enjoying the rest of the festival. How can he be so deaf to the people's woes? Asks Lindsay. And he calls himself a judge? I knew a judge once, says Aunt Marie. She spent nights butchering her own kin, and then went on to become a zombie. This guy seems fine by comparison. I can understand his reluctance to allow foreigners to meddle in his kingdom's affairs, says Valerie. What I cannot understand is such blatant negligence of justice and the safety of his subjects. I'm clearly addressing someone important, I'm gonna say, but I don't believe we've met. The half-elf motions to his sash. I am the Honorable Walsh Silverway, a magistrate of Pitax, judge of the people's concerns, and executor of the king's justice. A fellow judge, says Jethal. I'm sure this is the most sincere, kind-hearted, charitable person you could find around here. Jethal smirks, as if she was a precedent for such things. Because this line would make sense if she were the most kind-hearted, charitable, and sincere person around. The way it is, it doesn't make any sense for her to say that. But that is that. That's the judge over there. We got song, and it's not song really because it's not being sung, which means I suppose you can still say song. We have music. That's what it probably should stand for, or should say. I don't know. We have a trader over there. We have another book over here. I think it's the same one as we had before. Let's see what this trader has for us. Scrolls, potions of any taste. The very best, straight from Daggermark. Indeed. Let's sort by price in descending order. Usable item, Lapis Lazuli Wyvern. Oh, it's a summoning thing. Yeah, we got just all the things. Good job having all that I can't buy on account of the game training me to never have money. Good job, game, in training me that I should never have money. That's weird, actually. Now I'm realizing that, but it is true that the game really rewards you for spending all of your money early on. So I don't know. We would have a lot of money when we arrived here if I hadn't spent all that money. I'm fine. We don't need it. We were gonna get more loot anyway, and this way oh. Lindsay failed that trickery check. She rolled a 6. Jethal, only a 20 would have done that. Oh well. We have a sky metal cogsteel or something. Cogwheel, that's the one. And we're circling around. That's how I like exploring. What do we have? A warden over there. This looks important.
Hey, you! You can't be here! This is High Highness Kingmaker of Etty's camp.
I'm aware. He's the one who invited me.
We're not surprised to allow... Sorry, we're not supposed to allow anyone in. If the king commands it, we will, but at this point, you could be a thief for all we know.
I think I must be lost. I'll be just going.
Keep going.
Thank you for teleporting me over here. So, do I need to bribe him, or do I need to just, like, intimidate him, maybe? Atalia Gitarin. Greetings, Your Highness. I'm Atalia Gitarin, headmaster of the Academy of Grand Arts. Welcome to the tournament. Is this your first time here? I'll be honest, I'm delighted to hear what you have done in Gondolin. Not so long ago, it was little more than a hole in the ground, but you've brought it real civilization. Bravo. Did I? Was it? Sure. Lindsay has some interesting news for you. Yes, Professor Elbald found refuge in our capital. And you know what? He's writing his memoirs of his time at the Academy. I'm sure it'll be an entertaining read for everyone in Pitax. No, all of Avestan. A book, you say? How brave of him. I hope he doesn't neglect to include the details of his dismissal. Atalia's voice is ice-cold and bone-dry. What details? What do you mean? Hirovetti kicked Professor Elbald out for just being too smart, didn't he? I'm sure that's exactly how he described it, says Atalia. They call him the insightful for a reason after all. Anyway, forgive me, but I have no interest in discussing this topic further. If you'd like to exchange idle gossip, I'm sure you can find much more willing and interesting company here. I suspect you know to whom I'm referring. I don't know why we would know to whom you're referring, but at least she uses to whom, so yay. Greetings, Your Highness. How do you find the tournament? How fares the Academy? Oh, just splendid. If you ever find time to visit Pitax, I'd gladly give you a tour. We're currently holding an exhibition of our graduates' works, though it's a pity that... No, it's fine. Believe me, we have plenty worth coming to see and hear. I get the impression there's something upsetting you. Oh no, please don't worry. I'm just disappointed that one of our best students, Trebuchet of Cordelian, or something, couldn't be here today. He could be singing in any capital, but the king chose to send him to some backcountry village called Littletown. Of course, his highness would never squander talent, so I'm sure we'll hear from Trebuchet again. But still, I do worry. I need to go to this little town, don't we? Who might you recommend I meet here? There are many respectable attendees today. You already know King Girovetti, of course, but you should be sure to speak with High Priest Dre Yarns as well. He's truly a wise and honorable man. And if I may give you one piece of advice, beware of Carney Viril. He may be business partners with King Girovetti himself, but those who deal with him usually find themselves in a bad way. Since he showed up in the city, our dear captain of the guard, Irsei Kaelisi, has so much more work that he... forgive me, I've probably said too much. Trifling hints, says Jathal. Veering accusations. I smell old rivalry and resentment here. You should take note of that, Gilladel. There may be an advantage if in the feud of two mellifluous predators. Mellifluous. Yeah, we've seen this word before. Silver-tongued predators. Let's go with that. What did you mean when you mentioned the circumstances surrounding Eobald the Insightful's dismissal? Oh, forgive me, Your Highness, but I'd rather not discuss the subject. If you're truly so interested, I'm sure there are more than a few slanderers who would gladly share all the dirty detail with you. Libelous. What would be the... Because it's libel, because it's spoken. Slander is written. I think, unless I'm mistaken. So apparently I can kill her as well. They're probably companions or something. It was a great honor and exquisite pleasure to meet you, she says. And she has guests and other guests. All the guests over here. And a speaker somewhere in there playing some music. Good stuff. And we have Timon. Oh, these are just guests. Anamedi Bellavada. Oh, Gilladel, the famed Baroness. No, excuse me, the Queen of Gondolin now has come to visit us. It is such a delight to see you here. Maestro Bellevada, says Lindsay. Well, do you remember me? And she turns bright red. Oh, Lindsay, of course I remember you. You and your nonsense at the poetics exam. I hear you have your own publishing house now. I didn't take you for the entrepreneurial sort, but I'm happy you've finally found your calling. Yeah, I believe Lindsay had a question for you. Oh, I just hope it isn't about any of the lectures I used to give you at the academy. Go ahead, ask away. Animatus smiles encouragingly at Lindsay. Lindsay turns bright red, takes a deep breath, and blurts out, which is much of what she was doing before. Sorry, but I really need to know the truth. Why did Irovetti kick Professor Elbolt out of the academy? Oh, yes, he did move to your kingdom, didn't he? I'm curious how he portrayed his dismissal. I'd bet it was something like a poem in 6 verses recounting the tale of a tyrant ousting a poor but honest scientist for telling the truth. The reality is much more mundane. Irovetti didn't fire Elbolt. Atalia did. Then I have to give it to her. This time, unlike most times, she was completely right. That can't be, says Lindsay. Why did Atalia expel Elbolt? Well, Elbolt is a very fine teacher, of course, but he pays too much attention to how his favorite students perform in class, and not enough to their extracurricular activities. Why worry if they steal a trinket here or there, or maybe rough someone up on occasion, so long as their poetry and music are exemplary? Predictably, this led to a sad end that was supposed to be just another innocent joke from one of his favorites, Alondi, led to someone's death. It was an accident, certainly. The kids just underestimated their own strength. Atalia expelled the lot of them, and as always, Elbolt went to stand up for them, but this time he discovered that her patience was not boundless. She blamed him, said that he had let his troublemakers run wild, so he could get out of the academy along with them. She told him she wouldn't tolerate any more bullying, even if it was coming from genius students. I understand it's odd to hear one tolerate, or wouldn't, but from Atalia Gitarin. Actually, it isn't odd, I haven't met her before, but anyway. But that's what really happened. Pale Lindsay looks at Anamede with huge eyes, unable to utter a word. I mean, it's not that bad. It really doesn't matter much. I mean, we've heard of a lot worse than... Sure. If Irovetti didn't banish Elbolt, then why did he send those cutthroats after him? He had planned to return the old man to Pitax and make Atalia reinstate him into the academy. Or failing that, he at least wanted to keep him from going to you. Elbolt the Insightful is a prominent name. Of course Irovetti would want the teacher serving him rather than his neighbors. In the hands of a ruler, says Arim, even death is political currency. Though, you... Yes, Harim. Welcome to how it works. Though none wish to recall that sooner or later, fate will use it to... What? Though none wish to recall that, sooner or later, fate will use it to pay them as well. Yeah, it's a good thing that our first political move was to kill somebody. Absolutely. Definitely. We're not the same at all. Why would Atalia hide the circumstances around Elbolt's dismissal? She doesn't like to discuss the Academy's internal affairs. Behind that neat facade, there are too many events she has looked the other way on over the years. All in good faith, of course. Just as behind any nice facade, says Jaethal. That's what they're built for, after all. I thought she was going to say, you know, because I'm pretty, but also I hold bad things. I don't know. Or hold bad things? Hold bad things behind my pretty face? You know what I mean. Anyway, thank you for telling us the truth. Even though I don't know if it is the truth. I'm not sure you should be thanking me. I see poor Lindsay's not too happy with this truth. Hey, come on, girl, cheer up. Being disappointed by people is practically a professional necessity for people like us. Whatever I may have said before, you're not a bad bard, and that means sometimes you have to face the music. She did say that. I didn't misread it. Lindsay gulps and whispers, "Thank you." So tell me, are the songs you compose for Irovetti as bold as the ones you sang at my capital? Have my humble verses so offended you that you still recall their sting? Please, your highness, it doesn't behoove a person of your standing to embrace or to take umbrage against the petty bard. Don't you know how the old proverb? The tunes are chosen by the one who pays the piper. I suppose that is how it works. Tell me about yourself. You could have easily asked any of my admirers. I did ask a lot of your admirers to tell me about themselves. Oh, right. Not the same question, though. Who Hanamede Bellavara is. That would be about 3/4 of Pitax, and the rest are all my haters. You don't get to be the best among a city of poets and musicians without gathering a few enemies along the way. But why should I concern myself with hacks and soreheads? She says, avoiding the question. I suppose. What can you tell me about King Irovetti? Anamede's face darkens for a moment, but she quickly regains her sweet smile. Love him or hate him, you can't deny he's a great man. Pitax was a boring place before him. Only pirates, fences, and other scum did any business in the area. But then King Irovetti came and turned it into the cultural capital of the region. With him in charge, the arts have flourished, and the city's been filled with songs, paintings, and statues. I just pray that Calistria breathes the same love of the arts into the withered hearts of some of the other rulers in the region who would prefer to squander their resources on saber rattling. It bears mentioning again that pirates and guards are the same. They're objectively the same. They're the same, except pirates are not endorsed by the rulers, in the sense, at least officially endorsed anyway. Actually, pirates that are endorsed by rulers they have a different name. I think historically anyway, because of course they're not pirates. What are they called? This was a huge thing in the 1600s, and later on, and earlier on as well. But privateers would I think privateers might be the word. But anyway, yes, pirates and guards are the same. Fences and just salesmen really are the same as well. And so. No. No, they weren't pirates and fences. They were just guards and traders, and you just didn't like them. For whatever reason, I don't know why, because it's not explained. Anyway, she continues, some may say that King Irovetti doesn't have a taste for arts. Any successful person gets haters spreading dirty rumors about them. You should hear the things they say about me. Paid no mind. Our king is a man of exquisite taste, with appreciation for all kinds of art. That is a dirty rumor indeed. He doesn't like the arts. Nah. Does the king have any enemies? Of course he has enemies, lots of them, just like anyone who's actually accomplished anything in life. Take some of the old trade houses, for example, Liacenza and some others, whom we stripped of their power. They would love to see him at the bottom of the river, but even now, in their mutual sorry states, they can't manage to work together. There's also Irsei Kalisi, captain of the guard. He was just seething with indignation when the king brought new rules to the city. But who wants to listen to the whining of failures like them? Irovetti brought a golden age on Pitax. So tell me about the Rushlight tournament. Our beloved king has run his tournament once in several years since he took the throne. The way every time the tournament is referred to as ran once, I don't know what that means. I think that word is used in lieu of another. I don't know what that word would be. It's our beloved king has run this tournament once in several years since he took the throne. Is the problem here with once in several years? Because I think it would make sense, like, our beloved king has run this tournament once in the years since he took the throne. That would be, I think that might be what's going on. But it is, like, every time the word is used, it's in a weird sentence. And I think in this one, it can be explained by just that. But if you ignore the once, and you just go, our beloved kingdom has run this tournament only once but then the several years. Yeah, okay. So if you try to rearrange the meaning of this word, you'd say our beloved king has run this tournament once every several years since he took the throne. you know, all those ways of interpreting the sentence have completely different meanings. And so I don't know what that sentence means. Anyway, she says, guests from all over the Reaver Kingdoms come for it, from Daggermark to Mivon. It's a pity Brevoy didn't honor us with any representatives this year. I guess the Aldori aren't in a very festive mood right now. On the bright side, we get to host you for the very first time. And Callistria willing, it won't be the last. Who might you recommend I meet here? That depends on what you're looking for. If you're in the mood for pleasant company, well, you've already met me. And if you're in the mood for some schadenfreude, you could listen to the whining of Gaspera Liancenza. His family lost the Pitaxian crown in a card game. Or maybe Atalia Gitarin, the headmaster of the academy, who seems to think her skill at the bureaucracy makes her a good bard. And if thrills are what you're after, especially the shivers down my spine kind, try speaking to Carney Viril, head of the Thieves' Guild. So I can just attack everybody, apparently. Enjoy the celebration. I can't believe it, says Lindsay. Teacher lied to me all this time. Oh. Right, I forgot he was teacher. Yes, teacher did lie to you. I'm going to learn the truth as soon as we get back to the capital. And that is why we need a Lindsay in here. I see. So now we need to talk to Eobald. Hey, you can't be here. This is High Highness King Girovetti's camp. Sure. So there's another entrance. Curious. Gralton guest. Okay, that's just a guest. Okay. But then we have Nunzio Arpaia over here. Let's have a chat. Your Royal Highness, welcome to the Rushlight Tournament. My name is Nunzio Arpaia, and I have the honor of being His High Highness King Girovetti's Master of Ceremonies. You could say the organization of this tournament rests on my shoulders. If you need anything, I'm at your disposal. Tell me about the Rushlight Tournament. Since starting his reign over Pitax, His Highness King Girovetti has held this tournament once in several years. Again, I don't understand what I'm saying. They just told me to repeat these words, so that is what it means. Inviting guests from the high society. It's like I copy-pasted it. It's weird. Anyway, inviting guests from high societies or society of nearby kingdoms to attend. Today, we have guests from Daggermark, Mivon, Gralton, and Timon. Unfortunately, Brevoy did not honor us with their representatives this year. It's entirely possible that recent events and the stressful political climate have put them in a less than festive mood, but we are pleased to have your highness in attendance for the first, and I hope not the last time, this year. What events are on the schedule? The tournament consists of 3 contests. First, the participants will display their strength and dexterity in the Fisher's Triathlon, a tribute to local crafts and trades, so to speak, and then we'll be measuring competitors' wits in the boasting contest. There's a reason we're the cultural capital of the region after all. And finally, the evening will wrap up with some mock combat in the drunken melee. Then His Majesty will announce the winner of the tournament, and we'll all enjoy a festive banquet, followed by a splendid fireworks show. And what about flighting? Says Lindsay. I'm good at that. I don't know what that is. Farewell. I'm always at your service. Yes, you are, but I don't want to do the tournament before talking to everybody, because of course I don't. And it looks like the tournament would be in there. It also looks like I might be able to talk to King Girovetti again before doing that. Dre Yarns, he wasn't there. Gasperi Liancenza. Yeah, these things are just at the edge of the Fog of War, so we're gonna be good if we judge our exploration by the Fog of War. However, we're out of time for the day, so for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.